This is SD215 here, back with the week 5 team builder for the TBA. This week we are going against St. Kilda Keldios, coached by DM Clay 44. As you can see on the screen, his record is currently 1-2. But yes, we are in week 5. I just do not know what happened to his week 4 battle. I don't know if it took place yet. But we are currently on week 5, so that's why me and him are throwing it down. Let's look at Clay's roster, starting with Latios, Cabalion, Muckalola, Mega Galade, Magnezone, Vaporeon, Diancie, Gastrodon, Peloswan, Golbat, Incineroar, and Rotomo. What we like to do next is we like to look at the kills leader to kind of get a judge on who he may bring. But from what I can see from his team, this guy has a very diverse team. It brings a lot of different mons, which is good. Good for him, not for us, because it makes it a lot harder to team build. But anyway, we always team build for his whole team because you never know. So first we have a Cabalion with 2 kills, Muckalola with 2 kills, Mega Galade with 1, Vaporeon with 1, Diancie with 1, Gastrodon with 2, Golbat with 1, Incineroar with 3, and Rotomo with 1. What's surprising is Peloswan has no kills and has only been to 1 game. So I definitely think he's bringing Peloswan for me. I definitely think it gives him a good advantage on my team. So the 6 I think he's bringing is Peloswan, Mega Galade, Muckalola, because of we have Mega Alakazam and Muckalola just straight walls Mega Alakazam. Vaporeon, because it can be very bulky and help him set up status if he would like to do that. Incineroar, just because it has 3 kills, I think that, and it's been to 2 out of the 3 games that we have recorded. It's been to 2 out of the 3 games, and it has 3 kills. I really think he wants to bring that in because it looks like it's kind of like a revenge killer. It comes in, it gets the kill, and then it probably turns out. And in his 5th mon, I guess he can bring Rotomo. Yeah. So those are the 6 that I think he's bringing. This is Clay's team. And next we are going to take a quick pause and then take a look at my team. Okay. And we're back. This is going to be our 6 Pokemon that we are bringing to this match against Clay and hopefully get the win. First, we're going to start with Landorus. Therian form. It is Choice Scarf. It is running the Intimidate ability. It is running Earthquake, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Defog. This Defog's on here because I really believe that he's going to try to set up some sort of hazards, and being able to get rid of them keeps my team looking good. If hazards really do affect this team, as you're going to see going on, but I think if we can keep them off the field, we will have a great job getting the win. U-Turn helps with any kind of priority. Knockoff obviously is on there because the more Pokemon with less items, the better we are. And then Stab Earthquake should just do damage to most of his team. We have 252 in the attack, 4 in the specialty, and 252 plus in the speed. It is a Jolly Nature, like I said, so we should be able to outspeed most of his team. Next, we have the Quagsire named Drake, just because he looks like Drake. It's running Leftovers. It's running Scald, Earthquake, Recovery, Toxic. 252 with the HP, 4 with the attack, 252 plus with the defense, and it is an Impish Nature. This Quagsire has one thing, and has one job, and that job is to stall and put Toxic on as many things as we can. So that way we can start to just wear things down. And with this much EV investment in this defense, it should be able to withstand many hits and be able to get some recovers up. Its ability is Unaware. This Pokemon ignores other Pokemon stat stages when taking or doing damages. So if he tries to set up on it, it's still going to be taking just regular hits without the setup being calculated. Next is Mingxiao, named 6'9" because it looks like a rat, and we all know 6'9's a rat. Running Leftovers. It has Fake Out, Drain Punch, U-Turn, Knockoff. I've been wanting to get a Pokemon that has Fake Out for quite some time, just due to the fact that Fake Out's such a great move. I wish this was Mega Low Punny instead, because it would get the stab boost from the Fake Out, but it is not. So with that being said, Fake Out, this is going to be my Pokemon that I start with. We're going to start with this Mon, fake something out, get a flinch off, get some damage off, and then either U-turn to get out, knock off to get off an item if I think we can take a hit, or Drain Punch if I feel as though we can get a KO from there. The ability Regenerator really helps keep us in the game, because when we U-turn out, we'll get some health back, so that's always great. It has 252 with the attack, 4 with the special D, 252 with the speed, and is running Jolly Nature. Like I said, this should be able to outspeed many of his mons. Maybe not all, but definitely many. Next, we're running Bobby. The Scolipede with Black Sludge and Speed Boost as the ability. Speed Boost, every turn we're going to get a Speed Boost. Our speed is going to go up one stage. So, it's running Toxic Spikes, Earthquake, Mega Horn, Swords Dance. So, typically, what I want to do is when this thing is out, my first move, I want to get Toxic Spikes out, because most likely, either I want to bring this Mon in on a Mon that I think is going to switch out, so I can get a free Toxic Spikes up, be able to survive a hit, because I'm going to have the speed boost. No, since I'm going to have the speed boost, I'm going to be able to outspeed anything. So either if I feel as though, you know what, this thing might go down, I'll just get another layer of Toxic Spikes up, or hopefully, what I really want to do, get a Swords Dance up, so I can be +2 in attack, +2 in speed, and then that mixed with Earthquake, we should be in we should be good. It's running Black Sludge, which is just the poisonous type leftover, so that way, I don't know all the rules to the league, but I think we can only have 2 leftover users, so this is technically a cheaty 3 leftover user. Mega Alakazam. I'm not going to spend too much time on Mega Alakazam, because it's a typical Mega Alakazam set. It's Psychic, Shadow Ball, Recovery, Calm Mind. That is it. It is a sweeper. I just wanted sweeping things. Coming in, sweeping things. It has 56 in the defense to help with the knockoff, 200 in the special attack, 252 in the speed, and is a timid nature. So this thing, our win con is to use all 5 Pokemon to damage all of his Pokemon to a certain point where Mega Alakazam can come in and just click Shadow Ball or Psychic on everything and get rid of it. His biggest threat to us is a Alolan Muck. If we can take care of a Alolan Muck, everything else should be a piece of cake, because everything else should have some kind of damage on it. To take care of a Alolan Muck, the Scolipede has Earthquake, and the Landorus Tyrion has Earthquake. They both will outspeed the Alolan Muck, so we should be in good hands. And if those two cannot take care of it, Quagsire should be able to come in and do something and finish it off. I don't care if I need to use 5 Pokemon to get rid of Alolan Muck. If I need to do that, I need to do that. Alolan Muck is the biggest threat to our team, because our main win con gets straight walled by Alolan Muck. Next is Noivern. And now this Noivern might look a little weird to you, but I hope it works. It's running Hurricane, Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, U-turn. His team is very weak to Hurricane. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be straight 1-0, one-hit KOs, but it's going to be a lot of damage, if not a KO. So, like I said, our main job is to put as much damage as we can on all 6 mons, so that way Alakazam can just come through and sweep through. So I'm running Noivern with the ability Frisk, which is going to help me figure out what's his Pokemon's items, and also Wide Lens, because Wide Lens, the accuracy of attacks by the holder is 1.1, which helps make Hurricane a little bit more consistent. Because it is a 70% accurate. It has a 70% accuracy, which means it's going to miss a lot. So that is why we are running it with the Wide Lens. So that is my team. Stick tuned. The battle's going to be right after, and there's going to be post-com. Okay. So I linked up with Clay. We had the battle. It was an interesting battle. This is the post-com, so I'm talking about the battle after it happened. One, I don't record the battle while it's happening because sometimes these battles are very long and that would be a very long video. And secondly, I like doing this because it helps me realize mistakes that I made during the game, which I can use going forward. So with that being said, Clay's 6 that he brought is Diancie, Palo Swine, Alolan Muck, Rotomo, Mega Gallade, and Vaporeon. I think the only mon that I didn't speculate coming was Diancie, just because of how many Pokemon on my team runs Earthquake, and it's kind of just like a free kill. But that's what he brought. So now I'm sitting here thinking, well, who would he lead with? In my mind, it was a clear lead to just go with Palo Swine, because Palo Swine, Icicle Crash, did massive damage to my whole team, and Noivern it completely took out, and also Landorus T, it was a one-hit KO. So I thought obviously he would want to get off to a fast start. So I took the time and said, you know what, I'm going to leave Scolipede because it doesn't one-hit KO Scolipede. I'll be able to get a speed boost up. I will already be outspeeding it, so I will at least be able to get one layer of Toxic Spikes up. And then hopefully get the Swords Dance, and then just, like I said, start clicking Earthquake, because the only Pokemon on this team that can eat an Earthquake is Rotomo because of Levitate. So that's what I did. But as you can see, he did not lead with Palo Swine. He went Rotomo. So I had to switch out, because if this Rotomo had, I think Leaf Storm, it was a guaranteed one-hit KO. So I had to switch out. I switched out to Noivern as he went for the Will-O-Wisp, which indeed worked out in my favor, because Noivern is not a physical attacker. It is a special attacker, so the Will-O-Wisp isn't really doing any damage, isn't holding me back. It's doing damage, but it's not holding me back. So I got burned. I went for the Hurricane, and as if you guys remember, the Hurricane was put on this Pokemon with wide angle to give it a better chance at hitting, but we missed our first one, which is really sad, because with that, it would have, if not KO'd the Rotom, put it at a low level where he would have most likely been bringing this Pokemon back in as a sack instead of able to still do damage. But we miss. He gets the road switch off, does a good amount of damage, and then he goes to a Alolan Muck. Now, I wanted to get damage on this thing as much as possible, but at the same time, we were so low that I just had to get out of there. So I U-turned into Landorus as he went for knockoff, and he knocked off my Choice Scarf, which sometimes in favor works out for me, because now I can use my full moveset instead of being locked in. But he was also smart enough. He hard switched out to the Rotomo, which has the Levitate, as I was going for Earthquake. I think in this part of my mind, I was just so caught off by the start of the battle, because typically I can get the start of the battle right. But this is one of my times where I got it wrong, and I'm so caught off that I'm just, okay, let's just do as much damage to the Alolan Muck as possible, so that way we can take it out, and then Zam can just come in and do work. So I went for the Earthquake, not even thinking like obviously he would make the switch to Rotomo. He did. So now I have to U-turn out. I do a good amount of damage. I bring in Scolipede as he goes for Volt Switch. He's playing a hell of a game right now. He Volt Switches out to Palo Swine. I get at least one Toxic Spike up, and then he Earthquakes and gets the kill. Now I go to Quagsire as he goes to Alolan Muck. Like I said, I'm just not having the best game right now. I went for a Toxic, thinking he might stay in with the Palo Swine, but he obviously is playing a lot smarter than me. He switches out, goes to Muck, hits the knockoff, he knocks off my leftovers. At this point, I do Earthquake. I hit Earthquake. Like I said, it does a good amount of damage. So now I'm getting a little like, okay, maybe we can get back into it if Muck is going. He switches out as I go for Recover. He goes for Toxic. So after he went for Toxic, I say, okay, this is just a bulky Toxic set. It's probably going to run Wish Protect, to just stall out the Toxic turns. So with that being said, I said, hey, let's just stay in because I can stall it out too with recover. He goes for wish. I get a little damage off with the earthquake. Now he's going to go for protect. Obviously, the earthquake protects. He gets his health back from the wish, but we're kind of taking the same amount of toxic damage. So I earthquake again. He obviously goes for wish again, and then he switches out to Rotomo. As I go for recover, Rotomo heals up, which is fine. I take this time to stay in because I think he thought that I was going to switch, seeing how he's a grass type and I have a double weakness to grass. So I took the risk. I stayed in. I was able to at least, I was lucky enough that he went for Volt Switch, which I'm immune to. I was able to get the Toxic off. And then from here, I went into Landorus T, got the Intimidate off as he went for Will-O-Wisp. So now Will-O-Wisp does hurt Landorus T because Landorus T is a physical attacker. So I'm like, wow, okay. I knocked off the Wikiki Berry. He goes for Leaf Storm. So now I know, hey, it does have Leaf Storm. So there's not much I can do to it. I bring in me and Shao, go for Fake Out, get the flinch. Just knowing that he's going to take toxic damage. I U-turn. I think this could have been a misplay. Maybe I should have stayed in. But I U-turn to Noivern. He brings in Palo Sky, who goes for Ice Shard. Sorry. I kept saying Icicle Crash. I meant Ice Shard. Ice Shard is the priority move. So he goes for Ice Shard, kills Noivern. Then he switches out to Vaporeon as I go for a Toxic again. I recover. He wishes. He's gonna go for Protect. I'm gonna go for Recover this time. At least I made one smart move this game. I switch out to Mian Xiao as he goes for Wish. I get the knockoff. He goes for Z Hydro Vortex and he gets to kill on Mian Xiao. I wasn't expecting for it to be Z at all. So we bring in Alakazam and we at least get to kill with Alakazam. So that's one thing that was good about it. I think we get to kill. Yeah, no. Well, we didn't get to kill with Zam. Quagsire got the kill, but only if we'd have had rocks up or something. If we'd have had rocks up, that Muck would have been dead, and then we would have been in good position. But he brings in Gallade. I go for Earthquake. Like I said, Quagsire is doing a good amount of damage, but he goes for Leaf Blade. That takes me out, and he wins the game. So, I didn't want to record this match. I didn't. I was very frustrated with myself. And to be honest with you, I've been planning this team since the 10th of October. This is the 26th that we're battling. So, 16 days. I made transactions to get a better team. And I feel like I really just, I don't know. I feel like I was out prepped, but I wasn't out prepped. Like, I don't even know if I was out prepped because he didn't even use his whole team. He didn't even bring in the Diancie, so I don't even know what the Diancie had. I don't know. You want to know what my biggest problem is? Z moves. I never bring Z moves. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't ever bring a Z move. But I am a little down from this, because I really wanted to get a win, and I really think we had a good chance to get a win. Maybe we shouldn't have brought Zam. Maybe we shouldn't have brought Noivern. Maybe we should have brought different Mons. But at the end of the day, that is what happened. So, we have to move on from it, and we have to get better. We still have some time to get some wins. We already have a win. The season is still young. But I just really want to do well in the league. So, with that being said, that is it. If you're enjoying the content, please watch the rest of the playlist. There's tons of battles out there. Likes always helps. Subscribing really helps. Hitting that notification bell really helps. I try to get at least 3 videos up a week. So, like I said, if you're enjoying yourself, why not stay around? But that's the end of the video. I'm a little down, but, I'm going to stay zesty. Y'all have a wonderful day. If you're trying to talk to me, hit up the comment section. Deuces.